Hello, I am Marnell from Miemie's Keepsakes. I am back to work on some ephemera for my Renaissance medieval journal. I'm working on my glass mat today, so there will be some glare. I'm sorry, but I do need my glass mat. I want to make some die cut leaves and for dangles, or just, to add to a tag in the background or something like that. So I want to color some paper and then put them through my die cutting machine, and then I will add some glossy accents, and that will make the little dangle. I watched Artie Maze's video on doing this, and I'm kind of just totally following what she does, because she is definitely the genius, if you ask me, when it comes to things like this. She would just put ink down, and you would think, why, and then she cuts it out or folds it over, and it just looks amazing. Anyway, let's go ahead and start working. So I'm going to use some Tim Holtz Distress. I'm using these little ink daubers. I tried my ink pads, but it didn't get the effect that I liked, so I'm going to use the ink daubers. This one is from Stampin' Up. It's very old. It's Blue Bio. They might have a similar color still, but probably a different name. I think this one is 10-11 years old. I love their inks. They and their ink pads too. I still have the old style, and they work really well. Distressed, then I'm using the Distress ink daubers, or like just the little dispensers here. It's Rusty Hinge. This one is Rustic Wilderness, Wild Honey, whoops, and the Faded Jeans, Aged Mahogany, and Forest Moss. So let's get started. And you will also need a water spray bottle filled with water and some paper. So I want to do some lightweight cardstock, as well as this is 32-pound copy paper. I do want something a little flatter than the cardstock, but not just the regular coffee paper that might not withstand all the water and inks. So all I did when I was playing around with this, you don't need a lot, and just a couple of drops. Let's add a little bit of green. I can't remember if I added green. Let's put water on and see. Blue, aged mahogany, and as you can see, it is messy. Wear old clothing, and that's why I need you can kind of spread it by just moving your water bottle as well, or if you want to go in with your finger and move it if you're not happy with what it's doing, or add more water. So let's start with this piece of cardstock, and I just put it down and just spread the ink, because I do have a lot of water in here. Now I will link Artie Maze's or Andrea's video. I don't think she did it exactly this way, but when I was playing around, this worked the best to spread the ink and not have to redo it quite a bit of time. So it's very dark, but which is good, but I think I want a little bit more yellow in here. This is the Wild Honey. And the more water you add, the lighter it becomes, obviously. I'm just concentrating on the spots that didn't get ink. And this needs to sit and dry, obviously, and I probably will put this in my book press as well. Okay, so this will go over there to dry. Excuse me, I just needed some water. Now let's add, I also have this green from Stampin' Up. It is Old Olive. I love this color. I'm going to add a bit more green in here, and maybe blue again. Okay. Let's do like the copy paper. Copy paper will definitely start rolling up. There's some red that's still pretty wet. And obviously you can activate this again with water. Let's see. Just want to cover all those white pieces. Okay, seems like that's the best I'm going to get it. So let's just use what's here and make a lighter print. The other ones are very dark and vibrant, which might be nice too, but you obviously can use a jelly print as for this as well. This is just kind of mopping up whatever is on my desk with this piece of paper. And this one won't be as dark, so this might be nice as well to back some tags with. I'm just trying again all the white spots and just get rid of the ink, because you do want to clean up in between, otherwise it kind of becomes muddy. Okay, let's do a big one. I'm gonna do the art journal. Let's use a file folder that doesn't have any printed bits on it. So for this I'll probably make a bigger area than just the just because I'm using the file folder. And I was wondering if I should add some of this gold in there. This is gold water paint, the Van Gogh water paint. Van Gogh. Don't know. People pronounce it differently. I don't know if this is gonna work. Oh, wait there. It's gonna work. So let's just add some in there. And then add the inks and see how that will work. Let's use all the gold. It is okay, so let's add, I did like this green, a little bit over there, and because I'm doing a bigger area, because I just want to do the file folder kind of in one scoop. Let's do a rusty hinge. and a little bit more green. Okay, as you can see there, it's reacting to the gold paint. So let's just do we do want it not to make blobs. We kind of want it to flow into each other and mix. So this one has a lot of water, but I think I'll be okay because I have I just want that the file folder, so it's way thicker. And of course, once you press it down, I'm just kind of mixing it in a little bit. Maybe over here we should add some of this just to get a different color in there. And let's see how the gold, because that's a gold spot, I know how the gold reacts to this, because I haven't tried the gold when I was playing around. So okay, maybe I did a too big area of ink, but I'm sure there will be some white areas that didn't get ink that we can use that for. Wow. Let's see if I can get that gold. Yes, you can see the gold shimmer. Maybe I'll go in with the gold afterwards so it doesn't get kind of lost. I might do that. And let's just mop up with a piece of, oh, look at that, a piece of the copy paper. And the gloves doesn't make it any easier to pick this paper up once it's kind of stuck to the glass mat. That piece needs more ink. Yeah, like I say, if you want to see how it's done with amazing results, go watch Andrea from Artie May's, her channel. She's doing this kind of stuff all the time, and I'm amazed every time at how, you know, how pretty her things turn out. Mine sometimes are just a muddled mess, and maybe it's because I'm doing too many colors at a time, I don't know, but I do like the result. Remember, this will be cut into smaller pieces on the die cutting machine, so it doesn't really matter how the bigger piece looks. It's almost like a collage board. You don't know how it would look in the end. So anyway, this is, let's look at this one. This was kind of just the mop up with the gold. I think what I'm going, I do love the gold on this one. Oh, I don't know if you can see the gold shimmer in there, but it is gorgeous. I might go in and add gold. This was just a mop-up piece again, and this one was on the copy paper. That I might add some gold on those darker spots, just to, so it's not just a blob of blue. And this one, these are the ones we've made today, and I'm going to add some gold to this, and I think I have a bronze color too. My favorite is this one. I know it's very busy, but I'm going for deep, rich, dark jewel tones for my medieval journal, and the gold just, it's just very subtle in there, but it's beautiful. Anyway, I'll come back and I'll cut these smaller and put them through my die cutting machine, and I'll come back and show you how they are, and we'll make little leaf dangles with them. So I'll see you in a little bit. So the papers are dry now, and I am going to make some die cuts from them. I'll show you quickly which die cuts folders I used. So this one is Sizzix. It is 665559. It's just a number, no name, but it's like a skeleton leaf. They are big, bigger than I thought they were. So this is the leaf that I colored the papers and cut it out, and you can see the shimmer of the gold in there. So I used that one, and this one is smaller and I really like this one because you can use it as Christmas as well. I think that, and even that, I don't know. Anyway, this one, and if you hold it on my hand, it's not as big as the skeleton leaf. Don't know how well you can see that. And I also used, this one, the number is 661206, and this one is 660955. I'll link them in the description box, or just put not link them, but just put the numbers down. I love this one. It is the images are way smaller, so this is the size, but this is perfect for little dangles, this size. They're like 3 sizes. This leaf comes in this size, that one, and that one. And all of them are, 3 different sizes, which is very nice. And then I also cut out some butterflies. I used this one and another one. I didn't bring it. This is actually from the other die cut. I'll link it in the description box. This one is 664409, and as you can see, these ones are bigger again, but they are beautiful. But when you cut something out with this much detail, you definitely need a pokey tool to get rid of all the excess little papers. So let's get on with our dangles. So if you look at this, these were cut from cardstock. They're obviously too flimsy to hang on the side of my page as a dangle, because that's what I want to do. I mean, if you want to just hang them on a tag, maybe they're fine. But what I did was, let me just grab my cutter here. Sorry about that. It was just out of reach. Anyway, so I'm going to cut, I don't need a big piece because I just want to make a couple of those small leaves. So I'm just going to cut 2 pieces of paper. That's more or less the same size. Okay. Get rid of the cutter again. Okay, I just have so many things on my table at the moment that takes up a lot of space. So I'm going to glue these 2 together, and I am going to be very generous with glue, the glue stick. When you put these together through the machine, I think it would kind of stick them together very well, but I'm going to put lots of glue on anyway, just to make sure that my pieces stick together. And again, I saw this on Artie Maze's channel and I just love it. So I'll link her video in the description box as well. I think most of you already watch her. Okay, so I think that is glued enough. For her dangle, she used, I think like wood cut out. She has a laser machine. I obviously don't. And so I have to think of a different way to do this. So this is my embossing machine, and I am going to use this one. It is, I'll just 660955. Just take them out of the package. So what I want to do is use this size and this one, and maybe these two. This one's a little bit too big. These, see, they are just too big. If I want them to dangle from the side of my page, I think those are just a tad too big. But let's put them through as well and see what we come up with. Okay, there, and just grab all my things here. Can't remember. Yeah, so I'm just going to, and I'm going to run it through more than once because it is very thick. I just want to make sure it got through both layers. It's probably not necessary, but let's just see. Okay, and from this little paper I can obviously make a lot of these because they are so small. Where did I put my... Just use this. I can't seem to. It must be... Find my pokey tool. It's hiding behind something. You just have to poke it through the openings, and there they are. So they are definitely more sturdy than the other ones that was just a single layer. I'm just going to put these away because they are little and I don't want to lose one of the pieces. Okay, so now you can see they don't just bend easily. It's they are definitely sturdier. So when I want to do the dangles, so now that I'm looking at them, obviously this one I don't think will work. It is just too small, so we'll put that one away. This one might work, and these, I think these will work. So what I'm going to do is cut off the little stems, because obviously they're not gonna make it. If I'm opening my journal, or it, you know, the dangle gets stuck on something, because that happens. Okay, and then I'm putting them on a piece of paper, and I need to make a hole through it because I have to hang it on something. I'm using this hole punch. It's very small. The crocodile, their holes are all too small. So this, I don't know what size this is. It doesn't say on the punch. And so I'm just making the hole now because I'm going to add glossy accents to this, and I need to know where the hole is, so I don't think this will go through the glossy accents, or the glossy accents might crack when I put the hole in after I put the glossy accents on, if that makes sense. Just going to do this first. Okay, and then I'm just going in and add the glossy accents. If this is like the art little glue tip. Oops, excuse me, that must have made a lot of noise. Just need a pen to open this up. I did open it up before I started filming, but it seems like this thing there just seems to doesn't take much. And then I know my hand is probably in the way, but it's impossible because this is so small to not have my hand in the way. And I'm just going to pin it down so it doesn't move. And then if you add the glossy accents, go around the hole. Don't fill the hole up as well. I mean, that's obvious, but so I'm going to leave that to dry. And probably I'll leave that for a couple of hours to dry, and then I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side. So I'll quickly show you. I already did this yesterday. So I've put mine on just an old cookie sheet, and I put baking powder on because the glossy accents, you know, you go off the sides and what have you. So I also added glossy accents. These are just the single layers, but I just want to add them to my pages or tags and stuff, and just wanted to give them a little bit of shimmer. And if you look at the difference, like this is the color, the ink color without glossy accents. Maybe if I put it on the white you'll see better, and this is with glossy accents. So the color definitely changes to a much more vibrant color than without the glossy accents, which is nice. So that's why I did some of them like that. But like the dangles, when you do them, the glossy accents on both sides, I can't bend them, they're really sturdy, and that's what I wanted. So these are I'm gonna use them. Let me just get them, the double ones, so they're glossy accented, if that's a word, on both sides. And that's all of them, I think. And then what I thought I'll do is I have some ball pens here. I'll take them out of the bag. Ball pens, and I have some tags. It's just the printables. I backed them on file folder, but I have not done anything to these. I might add more things to them, I don't know, but let's add a little dangle just to show you how it might look. Shall we use this one? So for this one I'll use my crocodile, and I just need to I'm going to add a eyelet on the top. And like I said, obviously I can add more things to the tag, and I might, but I just wanted to show you how the dangle, the leaf will look once you use this. Okay, so now we just need to add some jump rings to the leaves to make them dangle. And I am not sure if I can, so you just close up the jump ring. I'm not the best at jewelry making, but there's one, and let's do, shall we do do I dare try to do a small one? Okay. No, it doesn't want to go in there. My hole is too... This looks very big on here, but maybe the hole was closed up. Let me just see. There. Got it in. My eyes are not what they used to be, for sure. Okay, I'm thinking I want to do 2 because I do want it to hang a little lower so than that one. So let's just put 2 jump rings on. And of course I can add maybe even some beads on here, but I'm just going to do that for now. So when I'm going to make a dangle for on the side of my page, I would probably just use 1. 2 would be cute too. But I'm just going to make them for the tag today, and I'll show you once the journal is ready how it looks on the side of the page. So I'm thinking that this will go on the ball pen then. And then through the... So, you know, that looks pretty cute. But I'm thinking we can add more to it, because if I decide not to decorate this any further, I'm thinking the topper might be nice, you know, kind of as the focal point. And maybe I'll just cut some doily for a little bit of texture. Doily, and let's see, just maybe a piece of this, I don't know, we'll see. And I have some sorry silk, and let's put that through the the eyelet. Oh wow, just couldn't get to the word. It drives me nuts when that happens. And maybe we'll just cut it like that, make it a nice big, instead of a bow. A bow, I do like a bow on the top. Oh, got it the wrong way. I do like a bow on the top of a tag, but it's kind of bulky. Like even this tie here is bulky. Want to see if I can get it to sit differently on top of this. Fiddle with the... There, that's what I wanted to do. So it looks like a bow, but it's not. And I can add a little bit of glue in there if I want it to stay. For now, I'm just going to do this. So let's go back to our dangles. If I add this and this on there, this. Okay, so we start at the back. Now we have to start at the front. Okay, we'll start at the front because that's what we want to see. Then the doily. Oh, come on, go through. And this piece of trim, and maybe I'll put freight jack on that piece of trim, and then I'm just going to put it through the sorry silk. And there, that is the dangle. And now I think this don't need anything more than the dangle on there. If I add, say for instance, I add more stuff on the bottom, I feel it's kind of overdone because it's already a beautiful tag, and with this dangle it's just enough. But I do want to put some of these dangles on the side of my page, which I will. But for now, for today, this is what we're ending up, and I'll show you the dangles once the journal is all put together and ready to go. Thank you for joining me today. Go to Artie Maze's channel. I'm pretty sure everybody subscribed to her. She is absolutely amazing. the things that she do, every time I'm thinking, wow, it just looks great. Anyway, I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.